Why does it feel like my chair is so damn low, bruv? Whatever. My boys, happy Valentine's Day. Now, depending on when I decide to edit this and shoot this and put this out, you're probably either watching it after Valentine's Day, before Valentine's Day, or literally on Valentine's Day. Let's say like you're actually doing the business and you have me in the background, just a nice ASMR video in the background while you going crazy. Do me a favor, come here, whisper this in her ear. Subscribe to Roscoe ASMR. Trust me, it's gonna get her. All bullshit aside, listen, I feel like James. I feel so good right now. You guys don't know. You have no idea how much I've missed these videos. Before we start, smash the like button. Yo, I'm looking for like 10k likes on this banger of a video I got for you guys, bro. This is gonna be excellent. 10k likes, no bullshit. This is the ultimate panty dropper fragrance list, period. The ultimate. Obviously I can't mention them all, so feel free to comment in the comment section anything I've missed, anything that I've dropped some panties for you. This one's for the Mandem, innit? This one, girls can watch this. I might talk about, maybe some women fragrances. Maybe there are some fragrances on the list that will drop your panties, so you might want to get it for your man, your crush, your man crush Monday, whatever. But this is for my Mandem, the Mandem. We're watching this because we wanna love women. Listen, before we get started, should I get the honorable mentions out the way? You know what? Let's just start with one honorable mention. Maybe throughout the video I'll just come up with some honorable mentions. The first one I want to get out the way, funnily enough, is actually linked to the first fragrance I'm gonna show you guys today. But Dior Sauvage, I know. Listen, I get it. Dior Sauvage gets a lot of hate, which I don't understand, because Dior Sauvage is one of the best fragrances ever made. Maybe niche heads, something like myself, I'm a niche head. Maybe niche people, they don't like the smell of really mass appealing fragrances, which is weird because the concept of a fragrance is to smell nice to people, right? And then you have a fragrance that literally does that to a T, and then it gets hated. Anyway, Dior Sauvage is pretty much a masterpiece. The EDP is nice. Elixir, shit. I'm gonna get my hands on a bottle of Dior Sauvage Elixir, and I'm gonna come back to this one of these videos in my next video, and then the video after that, and the video after that, whichever it is. I'm gonna review Dior Sauvage Elixir for you guys. Apparently that is a banger. Let me know in the comments if you already own it. A lot of you probably do. Let me know if you already own it and tell me about it. But that being said, the honorable mention, the first fragrance I want to show you guys tonight, that is going to absolutely drop panties. Quick thing. There are certain fragrances that us Mandem we like, but the girls don't like, and vice versa. There's certain fragrances the Mandem us we smell, we're like, that smells alright, but to girls it drives them crazy. And not all of them, but a lot of them are actually unisex fragrances, so just keep that in the back of your mind. Just because you like a fragrance, right? Oh man, this smells so manly, I love this. And other guys, when they smell it on you, they're like, yo, this is a great fragrance. Girls might not like it, bruh. It's weird how it works, but you have to trust me. This is why you come to me, because I will never let you down. I'm like Sure for Men. I don't know if that's a pause, but like Sure for Men, the fragrance, the antiperspirant company, Sure, it won't let you down. I never let you down, Roscoe. Have no fear. The first fragrance I want to show you though, this is actually my baby. I have a 150 milliliter bottle right here in front of me, and look at the juice. First of all, I've had this bottle, in fact this is like the second or third fragrance I ever copped in my life. I've been kind of gatekeeping this one, and I felt like today, being this this gracious occasion, I felt like today was a good day to finally say, you know what, let them have it. You guys probably might know what I'm thinking of, might know what I'm about to pull out here. You guys probably own these fragrances, some of you guys, the real ballers of you. But here we go. Look at the juice. Look at this. Bear in mind, 150 milliliters. Look at this. I'm guessing there's like 75 milliliters or below still left, which is a lot of juice. But Prada, Luna, Rosa, Carbon, off rip, this fragrance right here. That's really off. Excellent atomizer. Whenever I shoot videos, I always eat before I shoot, and then my belly goes crazy, so hopefully that gives you guys ASMR. Look. This fragrance right here, I remember the first time I smelled this fragrance, particularly, I had already smelled Dior Sauvage. I didn't plan on getting Dior Sauvage, I actually planned on going out to get this. As soon as I smelled it, I fell in love with it. The resemblance to Dior Sauvage is probably in the fragrance. There's pepper in the fragrance. There's also this note called ambroxan. You know, ambroxan is not the primary note in Dior Sauvage, but it's the note that everyone resembles with Dior Sauvage, if that makes sense. This fragrance has both of those notes. But man, this is a, you know, I'd say the EDT of Dior Sauvage is a young man's fragrance. I think mature men, anyone can wear that fragrance. But this fragrance is like the little brother who's also really cool. He's also a wavy guy, a bad man. And this has dropped panties, bruh. For me, probably for some of you. And in the fragrance community, I'm pretty sure this has dropped a bunch of panties. Let's read the notes. So the top notes are bergamot, fresh. This is a spicy, fresh fragrance, kind of like Dior Sauvage. Bergamot and pepper, just regular pepper, no pink pepper, no black pepper, just pepper. The middle notes are lavender, metallic notes, very similar to Sauvage too. Coal, watery notes, and soil, tension, whatever that is. And the base notes, of course, patchouli. Some people don't like patchouli, I love patchouli. And of course, ambroxan. What I will say about this fragrance is, unfortunately, I don't think, well, it's just true, the performance on this is definitely not as beast mode as Dior Sauvage. Dior Sauvage is a different level, obviously, but the scent of this, no, don't get twisted, like, the projection is not amazing, but the performance is decent enough. It's not like another fragrance on this list that you probably know what I'm going to say about this fragrance, but it's not, don't expect it to be a Dior Sauvage. It smells similar, they're like distant cousins, but don't expect it to perform like Dior Sauvage. This one is good though, guys. This was my signature scent for all of my final year of university. Went through 2 bottles of it. You know, there's certain fragrances much like this, and 2 more on this list. Yeah, 2 more. That the scent trail, the smell of it in the air is much better than when you smell it up close like this. Up close, you know, depending on your skin chemistry, depending on just, you know, the fragrance, it can smell a bit alcoholic, it can smell a bit different to how it smells to other people. Let's say you walk past someone and someone gets a whiff. Damn, what do you have on, mate? This was my signature for 3rd year of uni, and boy, hey, the title of the video speaks for itself. So before I get too crazy, let's move on to the next scent. The next scent is, what do I want to pick? I think I know I want to pick, you know. Yes, this next scent, I remember the first time I smelled this particular fragrance. This fragrance was my first introduction, or my second introduction, to the house of by Kilian. If you don't know what by Kilian is, it's a niche fragrance house, and actually, by Kilian makes the fragrance that Rihanna is very, very famous for. You know, on Twitter and YouTube, there's that compilation video of people speaking about how good Rihanna smells. Oh my god, like, she's so pretty and she has so much character, charisma, and oh my god, like, she smells so good. It's a bunch of people. Crazy video. That's like my goal, for someone to make a video like that about me. But the fragrance that she actually wears and is known for is called Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian. So it's the same company. They make men and women's fragrances. This fragrance right here, I remember the first time I went to Harrods, top floor number 6, and I smelled this fragrance in their Kilian booth. I was like, okay, this fragrance is, I don't want to say a game changer, what's the word? This fragrance is next level. And what I mean by that is, it's definitely nice, but it's more mature. So for my mature guys watching this, maybe let's say 30, 31 and above, this might be right in your ballpark. This fragrance is none other than Intoxicated by Kilian. What I will say, this fragrance is super, super heavy on cardamom. It's a scent, it's like it's a seed. If you don't like cardamom seeds, this fragrance you might want to stay away from. It kind of makes this fragrance somewhat polarizing, because some people love cardamom and some people can't stand it. This one is good, man. The name Intoxicated, it really makes sense, because this one leaves such a scent trail that's like, it's one of those ones you spray on your skin like I have now, and you literally can't stop smelling it. This is very nice. The notes in this are, of course, cardamom, coffee, nutmeg, cinnamon, vanilla, matcha like coffee, and caramel. I remember seeing the notes and I was like, yeah, this sounds just like a fragrance that I would like. It's a warm, spicy coffee scent. Boy, like this fragrance is a panty dropper, I would say. You know, okay, so what I will say is, I don't think, maybe I should test this out on girls my age, but I don't think this will be that appealing to girls my age, unless the girls my age are attracted to men that are like 30 plus, right? But for sure, 30, 35, 40 and above, oh man, this could be the one for you if you've been watching all my videos and you're trying to decipher like which fragrance should I get. This is kind of expensive, but if you invest in this, you might, let's say you're a bachelor still, you can get some panties dropping down like gravity. If you're on a dating site, kind of like my man in Lover, Stalker, Killer, that Netflix thing, that guy, what's his name, Dave, crazy, he was 35 years old on dating websites. He probably had this on when he linked Liv and Carrie and that, crazy. But this one is really nice. Intoxicated by Kilian. This next fragrance that I want to speak to you guys about is a fragrance by the house of Montal. Once I bring up that name, anyone who knows about Montal and Mancera, they're two sibling houses. They're owned by the same company. Absolute beast mode fragrances. Very overpowering, very almost too strong. The performance of these fragrances is almost too strong, which means if, especially in colder climates, if you manage to find a scent that you love and you get it, this might just be your life changer. Once I mentioned Montal, a lot of you thought, you know, there's another fragrance that I have on my list that I might talk about like fully in another video, because I think it deserves more time. So maybe I'll just have one Montal fragrance on this in this video. But if you heard word Montal, wow, that's amazing. You're probably thinking about Oud Amazing, Arabian Stonka, Intense Cafe. That's another one that I need to make a full review on. But no, one of the powerhouses of this fragrance house, Honey Oud. Mansera is a very oud based fragrance company. I think they must be set in the Middle East. Every time I smell any of their fragrances, I get Dubai vibes, I get Middle Eastern vibes, and I love it. Man, it's so good in the summer. Of course, it could be too cloying, it could be too much if you apply too much in the summer, but in the summer, it just reminds you the heat, the smell, the feeling, the aura. It just reminds you of Dubai, the Middle East. Honey Oud. This one is cinnamon. It almost, when I first spray onto my skin, it almost has like this bubblegum feel to it. Maybe it's just my skin chemistry. But man, this is a fragrance that you probably don't know about. Honey Oud, right? But you've probably smelled something like this in your life somewhere, and you've been like, rah, that smells nice. This one is good, man. This one's honey. I think there's tobacco in this. When we get to the notes, I will break it down, but this one's honey. This one's sweet. The oud in this. I've mentioned before that oud is a very polarizing note. Some people love oud and some people hate oud. The oud in this is, if you don't like oud, or this is like your first introduction to oud, this is a good fragrance to start with, because the oud is not as pronounced, it's not as offensive, it's very subtle and well blended. Montal has a lot of well blended scents. Man, this one just smells nice, man. This one, you know what I imagine like it's like -3 outside. You wear like a big puffy jacket. Again, like I said, Montal's really strong, so like 2 puffs, 1, 2, that's it. Fur hoodie, and you're just walking down the road in this cold, but the strength of this fragrance is cutting through the cold, and you go into stores and people follow you around, and this is really, really just beautiful. Let's get to the notes, bruh. So, honey, of course. Oud, of course. Cinnamon, yes. Amber. Madagascar vanilla. I don't know the difference between regular vanilla and Madagascar vanilla, but the African in the Madagascar is probably good. Leather, that's interesting. Patchouli and flowers. So the leather, of course, polarizing. I don't really get much leather from this. I mean, it's there. You can, yes, but this is just sexy, man. If you haven't smelled any fragrances by Montal, I would recommend Honey Oud first. Do other ones later, because I'm going to talk about them in later videos. So like, yeah, I should talk about them and then you go smell them. Do you see what I'm saying? But this is good, man. This will probably get you some panty dropping action. And of course, I'd say, yeah, if you're my age, 24, 25, this one, well, it's been successful for me, but it depends. It depends on the climate, it depends on your surroundings, and it depends on if you can pull this off. So I would not blind buy this. No, there's no Mansera. I keep saying Mansera. There's no Montal fragrance that I would recommend you blind buying. Except, no, there's no Mansera fragrance. Wow, there's no Montal fragrance I would recommend you blind buying, but this is really good. So if it works out for you, go get your nose on it first. And if you love it, if the women love it, if your missus loves it, then you, my friend, probably have a fragrance for life, mate. The next fragrance I'm going to talk to you guys about is the life of the party. This is my personal life of the party scent. When I go to functions, when I go to events, when I go to parties, I'm actually going to one in like 12 12 days, 11 days. Damn, I need to iron my clothes. I pick this fragrance out of my collection. Damn, this bottle is an absolute fingerprint magnet, but the juice, baby, I hope you don't see that, is sensational. I think I've shown this fragrance on a video on this channel before, but this is none other than, let me get some of those fingerprints off in case the police are watching this video and they try to dust the video for some prints, bruh. Can't see that shit. Elysium, 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 Elysium by Roger Parfums. This is a beauty, man. Let's test the atomizer real quick. Beautiful. Test it on skin. Oh, that spray is crazy, crazy spray. Look at that. Now, there's so many fragrances on my body right now. It's crazy. Take a guess which one I can smell the most based on everything I've said in this video so far. Take a guess which one is the most prominent in the air right now. Comment down below. That'll be interesting. Elysium is the life of the party. This one is a banger. Summer, spring, you know, even in the winter, this one is sexy. This one just drops the panties. This one's fresh. This one's just energetic. This one's playful. This one's seductive. This one's, it has a sweetness in it, right? But the sweetness, it kind of sits in the back and it waits its turn, you know, while the freshness is still going on. And then I guess as you start moving, as you start getting warm, as you start sweating, your pulse points that you spray it on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then maybe 6, 7. Your pulse points start getting warm and you start to move around, and it just starts to push out and project and radiate and just be ultimately sexy. This one, this is the one. This is signature scent worthy. This can be worn out and about. This can be worn casually, which if you're rich, hey, go for it, wear it casually, bro. I wouldn't recommend wearing it to the gym. But this one is, bro, what are the notes in this? Hurry up, show me the notes. Grapefruit in the top, lemon, bergamot and lime, 4 of those in the top. Fresh kings, grapefruit and bergamot. Thyme, artemisia and galbanum. Those are like plants, right? I've never heard of them, but whatever. The middle notes: vetiver, juniper berries, blackcurrant, apple, pink pepper, cider, jasmine, rose, lily of the valley. I literally said it. It's like the freshness is fresh, and then the sweetness is waiting behind the curtain to be announced. The base notes: ambergris, leather, vanilla, benzoin and labdanum. This one's just a big hitter, man, honestly. I know that a lot of you have probably got your nose on this. You probably own this. Maybe you own a sample. I've got a sample somewhere. You own a sample. You own the full bottle. This one is a certified panty dropper. The ladies love this. Men love this. It's not unisex, no, but this is certified. I think it lasts longer and projects more in warmer climates. Not to say again in the winter or colder climates, autumn, it wouldn't work. I think this is actually a good autumn scent, but like I am right now in the summer, wear a crisp white tee, get a nice fresh trim, and spray this bitch on. Go to the park with your friends. Go to a function with your friends, a barbecue. For my single guys out there, if you want to drop some panties, Roger Dove might have you covered. The next fragrance, this is my baby. Everyone who's seen this video must have known that this was coming. Because of course it is. It's also a fingerprint magnet. Let me get rid of some of that for you. Damn. I'm not even gonna beat around the bush. The one EDP. I wish a Dolce & Gabbana, if you're watching this, can you please finally make a flanker to this? That's the same juice, just more intense. I could have sworn, yeah. The last fragrance I'm going to talk about, they finally made a more intense version, and they recently released it for some reason. One of the best-selling fragrances ever, and its performance is not great, but it does not have a flanker with better performance. Make that make sense. Holy. This might just be, in terms of designer fragrances, the king of the panty drop. Honestly, you can never ever go wrong with this. Me personally, and of course this is also a 150 milliliter bottle. Of my favorite fragrances, designer fragrances of all time, I got 150 milliliters because I had to. This has never ever steered me wrong, man. Like, it's crazy. Every time, let's say I'm on a date, I'm going on a date with someone new, this is the fragrance that I reach for. Of course, I have to like keep it nearby in the car or something, because like I said, the performance is not great. It's not fantastic. It's not wonderful. It's not sensational. It doesn't project like a monster, right? But for them close encounters, when she wants to snuggle up to you or just put her head next to you, it's like a no-brainer. This is a dumb reach, easy reach. A date, well, obviously this. A possible interaction with a girl, well, obviously this. It's so simple. Fingerprint magnet, but who cares? Look at the bottle. It's got that very nice hue from brown to dark. Psh. Banger, this one. Warm, spicy, amber, tobacco, even. Masterpiece, man. Let me get the notes for you guys real quick. Wow, that's interesting. So in the top notes, there's actually grapefruit, which I don't. Maybe I'm not really looking out for grapefruit because I never have ever gotten grapefruit before. Coriander and basil, the middle notes, cardamom, very similar to intoxicated, but it's not heavy on the cardamom at all. Like you can barely smell it, to be fair. Ginger and orange blossom, and the base notes amber, tobacco and cedar. If you guys have had any pleasant experiences with this bad boy, yeah, you must let me know, because I have endless stories. I don't want to divulge right now, right? Maybe this is inappropriate, but boy, I have endless stories. So if you guys have stories, let me know in the comments, bruh. Wow, probably my favorite on the list. Probably. It is, probably. And last, but of course not least, another beast mode. When someone thinks of a panty dropper, I saved the best to last, pretty much. When someone thinks of a panty dropper, they think of this fragrance and they think of the one EDP. And this is the fragrance that I mentioned that they finally figured out, like, yo, we can make a lot of money just making this a little bit stronger, because the performance on it is not great. It was reformulated after 2009. I think in 2014 it was reformulated, and then it just lost all its performance. In terms of the smell, however, warm, spicy lavender, to my elbows. Is that pause? Nah, women. La Nuit de l'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent. This is just, what I need to do is I need to get my nose on the EDP and I need to actually sample it and actually like spray it on and see how long it lasts, because if it lasts longer than the original, the EDT, then I'm gonna keep buying that one instead. Obviously if it has the same smell, the same DNA, because boy, you cannot go wrong with it. This is, in terms of every fragrance I've mentioned here, right, if we were going to rank the top, let's just say the top two, I think that this is number one and the one EDP is number two in terms of the panty dropping, sexy, sensual, seductive fragrance, designer fragrances on the market in existence ever. This is the one. If anyone's ever smelled this, and a lot of you probably have, definitely have, you all remember the first time you got your nose on this because you were like, damn, this is just different. This is like, it's like I've opened up a new can of worms when it comes to fragrances. That is, you know what, I feel like because of the lavender in this, I feel like women could actually get away with wearing this, and that's probably one of the reasons why this fragrance is so appealing to women. Men might not like this fragrance. I guess, like, let's say you're a man and you want to see men, you want to get to men, right? Men might not like this, but women, boy, they go crazy for this one. Yo, YSL, you need to sponsor me or something, because like, what is that? Oh, it's only one fragrance, lol. Nah, but you need to sponsor me regardless, bruv, because your fragrances are good and I have a bunch of them, so sponsor me, bruv. If you're watching this video, no panic, don't worry, no pressure, just do your job, okay? Get to my emails. Boy, who the hell, oh, I can't even see it. I was gonna say who was the nose behind this perfume. Like I said, this is like what, 2009. This is ancient, dude. It doesn't smell ancient, it smells sexy. Great. What did I say about honorable mentions? Bleu de Chanel. Bleu de Chanel, I wouldn't say is a panty dropper, however. This is just a very nice overall fragrance, Bleu de Chanel. More of an office scent, dressed up formal occasions, very similar to YSL Tuxedo, which I mentioned in a previous fragrance video, but I might bring back because Tuxedo is beautiful. And if anyone, there's so many fragrance videos now, I might have gotten lost, so you might not know which one to go to. I might bring back Tuxedo because Tuxedo is good. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful Valentine's Day. I hope the mission was achieved. The mission is, of course, and I hope that was achieved. I hope you conquered the conquest. To all my conquerors out there, yeah, man, let me know, like I said in the comment section, let me know if there's any, obviously there's a bunch that I can't include, I can't like have a 3-hour video, but let me know in the comment section, man, because boy, we need to get laid, guys. First we need to be good men, then we need to get laid.